Have you ever scrolled on your phone and seen someone who's considered highly successful, someone who has achieved financial success, someone who's gained fame, someone who is recognized whenever they walk out into society, wherever they go, and you think to yourself or you question yourself on how does someone who's ignorant or stupid to one's perception achieve so much success? How could they gain from being so incapable or not talented at all? The simple truth is, dumb people, stupid people, ignorant people, whatever term you want to use to define these individuals, they become successful because they don't give a fuck. It's something called analysis paralysis. Most people who are considered thinkers, we think, and we sometimes do or try, because oftentimes we think so much that we overanalyze or we overthink the situation to the point where we don't do things anyway. We don't even try whatever it is that we were thinking about trying in the first place. Whereas someone who we perceive to be stupid or ignorant, what do? They just do things. And it's a quote that I read. It's funny how things go your way when you stop giving a fuck. The power of not giving a fuck. First of all, no one cares. And if they do care, I want to explain how temporary it is. It's extremely temporary, because it's like one day we're talking about something that's sad or detrimental or it's catastrophic, but tomorrow it's a new story. People jump from story to story. It's so many people in the graveyard. That graveyard, and every graveyard around the world, but specifically here in America, it's full with individuals who did not reach not even half of their potential, or didn't even do 25% of the things that they wanted to do in life. Because why? They were too busy worried about what people thought. They were too busy worrying about others' opinions. We think, sometimes we overthink. Some people overthink so much that they don't even think about the risk to reward of whatever it is that they want to do. They start to think about what other people think about the risk that they want to take. And then they don't take the risk at all. Now, I'm not saying that you should be ignorant or stupid, but I also like to point out that if you're not committing a crime, if you're not stealing from anyone, if you're not, raping anybody, if you're not killing anybody, if you're not physically harming anyone, if you're not lying on anybody, if you're not getting anybody in trouble based on you telling a story that's not true but fits you or benefits you in any way, shape, or form, you can pretty much do whatever you want. With that being said, for some of us who want to be highly successful, or for some of us who want to change our lives, stop giving a fuck. Now, I know I shouldn't be cursing, but it doesn't get through people sometimes until you start to use a different vocabulary. Yeah, I should use more of a sophisticated vocabulary, or I should showcase my vocabulary and show people that I can not fit a stereotype, or that too, you're caring too much. You see what I'm saying? As long as the message is being spoken and people can understand it, who cares about how people want to analyze it? They too oftentimes are over analyzing everything. They too themselves possibly haven't even reached a third of their potential because they're too busy overthinking everything or having a problem with everything and everyone. Stop caring so much about what people think. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a criminal. Don't mistreat people. Care for people. Help people. But when it comes to people that always have an opinion about what it is that you're doing, especially if what you're doing is not harming anyone, don't put too much emphasis on it. One ear and not the other. Because people can come up with morals and integrity and anything that they want to use to quote unquote cope with the fact that they don't agree with whatever it is that you're doing. But the simple fact of the matter is, the people that just do and don't care about the outcome, oftentimes the outcome ends up being something that they want it or it far exceeds their expectations. That's the power of not giving a fuck. And for the people that always say that they don't want to be successful, that too is another way of them just dealing with the fact that they possibly don't want to take the risk, and or they're worrying about what people are going to say or think about them trying to be successful at whatever it is. The people that change the world or do things that leave an impact on the world, somewhere in there, they had to overcome what? Worrying about what people think. You already have to deal with what? The fact that it may not work out. This goes with everything in life. You want to have a relationship? Somewhere in the back of your mind is going to be that possibility that the relationship doesn't work out. Okay. You want to start a business? Somewhere in the back of your mind, it's a possibility that the business may not be successful. You are going to already deal with those thoughts. You're going to already have to allocate your mindset and your focus to what it is that's basically important, and you're going to have to ignore the thoughts and the possibilities that haven't even surfaced yet. You suffer twice when you worry about things that don't happen. Deal with the now. Right now, you want to do what? You want to have a successful relationship. You want to have a successful business. You want to lose weight. You want to, work on a skill set. You want to become more fluent in a second language, a third language. You want to travel the world. You want to do something. You want to grow in a company. Something. If you already have so much to deal with, why are you caring about what other people think? It's so much power in not caring about what other people think. The only people who don't have worries on this planet are the people that are already dead. They're in the cemetery. They're in a casket. We share no casket with anybody. And I know that sounds a little harsh, but like I said, some of these messages don't get across to people until you put it in a different perspective. When they're lowering you down 6 feet under, given that you have a common funeral, a burial, nobody's in that casket with you. It's your body, it's your flesh, and everything that you've done and didn't do is left. If it's not important in that moment, what you're doing when you're dead, you better put emphasis on making it important on what you do on a day-to-day basis while you are alive. Don't waste life. Specifically, don't waste your time in your life caring so much about what people think. If you're not doing anything to put you in confinement, you're going to jail, you're going to be incarcerated, etc., whatever, don't worry about it. You're not harming anyone, but you are harming yourself of not reaching your full potential. The possibilities that are in front of you, which nobody knows, but if you don't take the risk, you will never reach. It's far more important to try to get to those possibilities in life than to sit back and analyze why you shouldn't do something based on someone else's opinion. In those moments, you will talk yourself right out of your own success because of someone else's opinion, who is not even about to embark on a journey that you've put in front of yourself to take. So why are we making it important? I used to do this myself. Why did I stop? Well, as life goes on and you become older, you start to realize you're only going to get older. Eventually, all of this runs out. You may still be alive, but it's not even like I was going to say a one-hit wonder, but we'll go even further than that. Let's use an actor or an artist. You have a moment where you're just hot. You're at the top. You're at the top of the billboard. Everybody knows you. You're popping. You're popular. Everything you do is a success. Everything you touch is a success. You don't miss, per se, right? And then eventually, the things that you've done still hold value, but you yourself is not on that pedestal that people put you on. Now, I'm not saying people should be put on a pedestal, but humans do human things. People are going to forget about you. Okay. You yourself is almost going to forget about you. When you turn 60, the 30-year-old you're going to remember that person when you think about it, but that's not going to be you. You're not going to be able to do at 60 what you could do at 30. You're not going to be able to do at 60 what you could have done at 20. So right here, right now, no matter your age, don't hold yourself back worrying about what people think. You already got to worry about if something doesn't work out and how you're going to adapt and continue to move forward. Because as long as we're alive, what are we doing? We're trying to take risks. What we want for our life is nobody else's business. As a man, I know we are taught we shouldn't have emotions. You're going to have emotions. Those are your emotions, energy and motion. You deal with your emotions. You don't owe, nobody has to accept our emotions. You don't have to go give anybody your emotions. Those are yours. Deal with it. And I often say, if you're spending time, just like worrying about somebody else's opinion, if you're spending time dwelling in your emotions, you're wasting time that you could be using to build your life up, because nobody's life is perfect. You and only you know where you're at and where you want to be and how long it may take or how much work it's going to be, you're going to need to put in to get to where you want to be. And it's going to be hard. We all know life is hard, but we have to choose what side of the hardship we're on. You have to pick, okay? Don't waste your time worrying about emotions either. Don't waste your time worrying about people's opinions, because you already have to spend a lot of your time, if not all of your time, doing what? Going through the trial and errors. A lot of us don't have a blueprint. I would argue there is no blueprint. It's just like parenting. I'm a parent. You can write a book on parenting all you want. It's not an end all be all. What may work for me may not work for you and anybody else around the world. So I say that to say this. I'm not saying go out there and be ignorant, stupid, and try to be internet famous or try to be some rich guy who robbed the bank or robbed the billionaire that you found out lived down the street. What I'm saying is do things. And when somebody talk, like they talk about me, keep doing things. Just don't care. I don't know how to, I don't have any other way to explain it. All I can say is time being wasted not doing things that you want to do. Like myself, it will come back to hunt us. I'm going to regret it, and I know I am. That's why I'm saying it to you guys, and that's why I tell myself every day. I'm going to hate the fact that I didn't take the risk when I was in my 30s that I should have taken in my 20s, but I'm 60 years old, and I'm sitting down analyzing everything that I didn't do in my life. And my life is coming to an end because we can't live forever. I'm going to hate myself. Not to the point where I'll off myself or unalive myself, per se, but I'm going to say, damn, why didn't I take those risks? What was I afraid of? Why did I allow fear to take over? Oftentimes, it's not fear. We're worrying about other people's opinions, or we're overthinking what? The risk involved. That's why the idiots and the stupid people and the ignorant people, what we all like to consider these individuals, that's why they're successful. They just do things. And the people that are not stupid, ignorant, that are highly intelligent, they take risk and they don't care about the outcome, because they know if they don't take risk at all, there will be no outcome. The Elon Musk, the Jeff Bezos, anybody that's considered successful, to me, you, or the world, what do? They just do things. And people have an opinion or people want to agree or disagree, they don't give a fuck. And that's how you should live. I mean, that's how I'm doing it. You can talk bad about me all you want. So long as I'm not hurting anyone and I'm not a criminal, everything I do is legal. I'm going to do what I want to do. And I don't give a fuck who doesn't like it.